Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, December 28th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is responsibility takes the balance of paying attention to the spiritual and the physical. Okay, I am so excited about Jupiter moving into Pisces. We have a whole day of challenging astro leading up to Jupiter in Pisces, which to be fair is not shifting until looks like 8:08 p.m. Pacific time. That being said, I don't believe transits necessarily are like an alarm clock. You set a time on the alarm clock, it goes off. With transits in astrology, there's this time where it slips into this energy that we see as this thing that we call Pisces. It's in Western astrology. Here's Jupiter reaching this place in the sky that we consider to be Pisces energy. That being said, energy works with us differently. So some of you may already be feeling it. Others may not feel it quite yet. And just because it slips into 8:08 doesn't mean that promptly on the dot, 8:08, you're going to be like, oh, Jupiter's in Pisces. That being said, you may, because we are all different creatures, and our antennas all have different tunage. That being said, I feel like Jupiter in Pisces for us is a bit like the Christmas star. That despite some challenging astro energies incoming in 2022, this is the bright star that's reminding us who we are, how to be, and how to move through these energies. So that's beautiful. So I want to start with Jupiter and Pisces, and then we'll get to the other stuff, because whatever. To be fair, we had a snippet of Jupiter and Pisces. Jupiter was briefly in Pisces end of May through July of this last year, 2021. So we got like a brief snippet of it. I've been getting so many downloads. One very important download, and then we'll get into the details of. A very important detail is Jupiter's kind of paving the way for Saturn to come through. So we just had Jupiter and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. Jupiter's moving on through Pisces. And Jupiter is like the fun teacher. Jupiter's like, I'm going to teach you these things. You're going to laugh. You're going to giggle. Oh, you're going to have some deep life lessons. And good things are going to happen. And then comes Saturn. And the thing is you want to learn these lessons with Jupiter because you do not need Saturn enforcing these lessons on a deeper level. So do pay attention. Now, I also have to mention that Jupiter is going to be kind of zip-zippy through Pisces, and by, I believe it's May again, May will be moving into Aries for several months. It will come back into Pisces and finish up the year, but this isn't going to be like a whole year of Jupiter in Pisces. So, that being said, let's look at these lessons. So Jupiter is the planet of good things, luck, beneficial energy. You want Jupiter in your corner. And hooray, Sagittarius and Pisces, Jupiter is super in our corner. So, cheers. That is lovely. That being said, Jupiter is also the planet of expansion, which means Jupiter will take and expand anything. Jupiter's like, it's all good. Whoop, here you go. And sometimes we don't want things expanded. So this is where we really need to use our discernment and where we really need to learn lessons. With Pisces, I think one of the biggest lessons to be aware of with this expansion energy is Pisces energy. We can have a tendency to want to escape. Pisces energy has many means of escape, and some are wonderful and supportive in balance, and some can be detrimental. And so where I'm kind of looking is with any addiction energies. Jupiter in Pisces can take, a molehill and turn it into a mountain. So really being very aware of yourself, finding balance in the spiritual and the physical is definitely important as Jupiter moves through Pisces. And the thing is like, it is such a slippery slide. Like, watch yourself with this, because there is that tendency. That being said, I think there's other ways of escape that can be supportive. And maybe it's not escape, but it's like, again, working with the spiritual. So things like daydream. Not daydreaming your life away, but taking time to daydream, taking time to spend time in your imagination. This is very Jupiter and Pisces energy. Getting caught up in your creativity. This is a beautiful time for music, for poets. It's so funny because musically, the song Marooned by Pink Floyd came on, and David Gilmour happens to be a Pisces, and I was like, is this Jupiter and Pisces vibes? Am I feeling Jupiter and Pisces vibes? Not quite. His Jupiter is in Libra, but it's in the 12th house, which is the house of Pisces, and I was like, ding dong, there it is. Like, I love that feeling. So this can be beautiful energy for your creativity, and that's where I think, like, feed that energy, that desire to escape, feed it into bringing imagination into the physical through music, art, creativity, words, whatever your form of art is, bring that in. Another thing that is so beautiful with Jupiter and Pisces is the energy of our intuition. Jupiter and Pisces will be expanding our intuition, our psychic intel. That being said, when we are dealing with the higher realms, it's so easy to, like, become untethered and be like, whoa, here I am out here floating and I love it, and that's lovely. But not what we're here for. And we go to other realms to be out there floating. It's very important to stay grounded. Working on this balance thing. So do work on staying balanced as Jupiter moves into Pisces and in deeper. What was the other things? Oh, this is a huge one. And this one I focused on last year, but this is still very much up. It's interesting because Pisces rules media. And so Pisces also, Neptune rules Pisces, and we've talked about illusion being one of the things to be aware of when it comes to Pisces. So Jupiter and Pisces can bring illusion to a whole other level. I know a lot of people are liking the movie Don't Look Up. I watched a little bit of it, got the gist, and was like, cool, thanks. I'm super aware that this is how things are unfolding, right? So be aware of the illusions. This is where we want to have one foot in the physical and one foot in the spiritual. One foot connected to our intuition, another foot, I don't know if our feet are connected to intuition and discernment, but one part of you connected to your intuition, another part connected to discernment. Because Jupiter and Pisces can be a whole house of cards, right? And so the thing with intuition is not something that sends you fear. A lot of times that is something else deeper that needs to be looked at. Intuition, you just know things. You just know. It's like, Spirit's like, hey, this thing. And suddenly you just know it. And it's just this, like, I don't know. It's kind of this versus the spikiness of fear in our mind. I think that's one of the best ways I can describe intuitive energy in this. Because even if there's truth in the spikiness, in the fears, the intuition is like, and you're okay, and this is how we move through it. So we want to keep coming back to that equilibrium energy with this. But watch for the illusions. Watch for the illusions you tell yourself. Watch for the illusions in media. You know, and media includes astrologers on YouTube, right? Like, this goes in so many different levels. So this is where discernment within yourself comes into a lot of importance, and recognizing we all have our own paths in and through this. That being said, how I want to end talking about Jupiter and Pisces for now, as we will be digging in regularly with this, Rumi energy. Rumi, to me, is so Pisces. Jupiter in Pisces is like the ultimate mystic. We have an opportunity for all of us to step through the door of the mystic. What is a mystic? Somebody who, I think of mystic as somebody who knows their oneness with God and converses on that level. And so this gives us all an opportunity to know our oneness with God, universe, all that is, and swim in and deeper into that level. Rumiverse. Romy and Michelle too. Why not? But a Rumiverse that comes through is there's a voice that doesn't use words. Listen, and let that be one of the keystones that supports you through Jupiter and Pisces. So, final thing about Jupiter and Pisces, it is going to be at a big fat 0 for a few days. If you are a Sagittarius or a Pisces, you may feel that 0 energy and you may feel a little wonky, but this is so ideal for daydream. This is so ideal for connecting to God, Spirit, Universe, and dwelling in that energy. So, dwell. Oh, there's a poem on like the tip of my brain. We'll see if it comes through. So for the rest of the day, we have the moon finishing up in Libra. The moon in Libra is making several challenging connections. We've got moon connected to Mercury, Venus, and Pluto, all squaring, and Mercury, Venus, and Pluto are all like hanging out right there. So we may have some deeper empowerment lessons, especially Libra style, in regards to relationship. How are you showing up for yourself? How are you empowering yourself? And especially if like the world is feeling like a little like the first part of the morning, dipping in. Like I said, time, what is time anyway? Dipping into some of that Jupiter and Pisces energy, even though it's not there yet. Or even holding space with Jupiter in Aquarius at that 29 degrees and remembering the beauty of your vision, tuning into your ultimate soul vibration. That may help empower you through some of that. We then have the moon shifting into Scorpio in the afternoon. Let's see, it looks like about 1:20 p.m. Pacific time. We have that moon into Scorpio. I keep hearing a Hafiz verse. This, I've been posting it a lot because I've been just in love with the sky. It says, the sky where we live is no place to lose your wings. So love, love, love. And I'm just feeling that with this moon in Scorpio. Moon in Scorpio doubles down on that empowerment lesson. It can take us to our deepest, darkest fears, into the deepest, darkest basement energies, but it also reminds us of our resilience. I know being resilient is not always fun, but our resilience and our ability to come back stronger every time. So do keep that in mind. Again, especially fears start popping up. I just had this image of like fears popping up like little mushrooms from the ground, so take from that what you will. Final transit, which is an interesting one, we have Mars in conjunct Uranus. In conjunct. We're not really seeing eye to eye. So we have Mars in Sagittarius, Uranus in Taurus. What this feels like to me is that there's something that you're itching to move on. And Mars in Sagittarius is like, let's go, let's do this. Joe will be like, go, go, go. And I hate that. Do not ever go, go, go me. It doesn't work. the Taurus in me immediately leans back and resists. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He's like, pardon me? And so that's what I'm kind of feeling, that there's this part of you that's go, go, go. And that Uranus energy and Taurus is like, it's not yet. It's not yet. It's okay to still be in the planning stages. Align your passion with the planning that needs to come around with this. You do not have to go. I think we have that instinct, like, go, get it done. Beat the competition. This isn't a competition situation, whatever this is. This is a situation of expansion. This is a situation of deeper love. So it's okay to lean back into it and use that go, go, go energy to be excited about it and feed your energy into whatever it is that you are producing. So that's what I'm seeing. That being said, you may feel a little triggered with that energy. So we got one of these kinds of days. That being said, some beautiful, beautiful cards. This sky where we live is no place to lose your wings. So love, love, love. I love the existence card and the trust card. See where you can lean back into surrender. Surrender and flow. That's definitely going to be part of this energy of Jupiter in Pisces. I also have the slowing down card. Take it easy. Stay connected to the earth. Stay connected to your grounding. That's going to be important. I love that I have the Lovers card, but this card today is feeling like finding that balance between the earth and the sky, the spiritual and the physical. Find what that marriage feels like for yourself within yourself. And the final card, this is in reverse. It is the Creator card. It is the King of Wands. For sure, Mars in Sagittarius energy. Our creativity is incoming in a big way, and that may be why we're not meant to, finalize this project, whatever this thing is, because we are going to have some beautiful downloads to come move into that. So this is a rather long scope. It's it for today. You can book a reading. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. 2022 year ahead readings. Let's see how Jupiter in Pisces is feeling to you. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.